about the way they approach it, waiting for their own flank to come up through secret. And I do believe Slacks is at least watching for it.
He's thinking about it. He's aware of the possibility, but he gets his head taken off. And it's all on to Zyphon in the 1v3. Finds the initial kill onto Clax. That bomb still at his feet, and these players still a little bit isolated. There's 1v1s to be had, and Zyphon clicks away, looking for the final kill. Finnegan stands between him, sets himself on the angle. The problem is Finnegan's got to be the aggressor here. He's got to be the one to push forward, and now his position known, out to credit. He continues trying to swing. He knows he's got to get involved in this fight, both on the USPs, so the range really not an issue. And Finnegan trying to hunt his man down. Zyphon just dancing with him, and the spam down connect.
Not winning rounds.
At least one frag found towards outside. So Power has managed to take out Stare, and this time he's going to be everything. That bomb drops awkwardly, top sight as they try and dive down. Slacks deals with Clax in towards lower as well. There's a tongue twister for you as X5 and Zapower now left with those Deagles to try and find some impact. Nice headshot onto Zyphon. And with Slacks low on HP, this one's not done yet. Refresh dropping into the site, trying to provide support. They know they've got that bomb, but with two players in lower, it does leave an isolated fight for the time being. Timing's going to be everything as they're working their way out. Refresh gives his head up, and X5 finds another. This gets interesting now. Zapower on the flank, and if his timing's good, there's a gift on the table here. Should have one for free, but it's a whiffed old shot. And now this gets ugly. X5 tries to swing it, but the trade is there. And Lawrence knows exactly where to look for this last man. It's Zapower on the Deagle, trying to spam away, needs the clean headshot.
Power check the angle beforehand. Might just have to stick to this bomb plant in a secure position. The problem is Slacks has the opportunity to move in. Just about makes it around and misses the shot as Z-Power gets the bomb down. The no-scope not going to land on the first try. The follow-up is there, but he doesn't expect Refresh so fast in behind.
They will get down that vent. Molotov a little late from Stare. He'll have to drop, and he'll have to be quick with it. Multiple bodies already in towards this lower site, and Zapower, quick as lightning, takes the head off of Stare. It's onto allow an X inside of this lower site. Needs multiple. Spray down onto the second is good. Clax goes down. That's bomb spotted. Refresh continues to thin the numbers as now the support lines are being ran. And Finnegan again, he's in towards that area where potentially there's some impact. Does find one, but with the trade immediately there for Refresh, you do start to wonder if it was really worth it. X5 has managed to get his hands on an AK-47 at least, and allow an X, well, he's not going to let him do anything with it. Two quick dinks, the job is done, and the momentum
is possible, but they'll be waiting a couple of rounds at least before those guns do truly come true. X5 already bypassed and should have the retreating player down the ramp. Indeed, he does. Lauan X is not allowed to get back to safety. And with that, sure, Refresh is around B, but there's nothing that he can really do about stopping a bomb plant, I wouldn't imagine.
Yep, this is one of those situations where the fourth buy starts to look a little silly, picked apart by the rifles. X5's going to go for a look up the vent. It's a rough old fight for both. Back 10, not quite able to harness that inaccuracy on the ladder. The trade is found. X5's ready for this, should be a freebie. Is indeed, and that's the entire lower site presence now gone. Zyphon's flank does pay off for one. But again, the problem is with limited economy, they're both on the upper site. It's a 2-on-3 retake into lower. Do you really want to commit yourselves to that? They've dropped one down. Zyphon is out of these vents like a shot, and he finds a clean headshot onto Rajin as well. Slack spots one on upper, and they know now that there's an isolated fight to be had in towards this lower site. The pace starts to increase. They want to get out now, but it's X5 playing the smoke expertly. Both kills found. A one for Slacks, and now you can see this CT side know exactly what's coming. Three bodies in towards this upper site. Smokes up through the spam. Stare finds one. That bomb now dropped as well. Finnegan able to recover it, but taking more damage in the process. He and Zapower left, trying to assemble something to beat this AWP of Slacks. It's going to be the boost up, or even the jump across, but Slacks is up for it. Finnegan is left 1v4. They're not going to give him any respect to 23, not giving it to them. Bomb looking to make its transfer back towards upper, and there's a lot of low HP bars on that transfer. Bomb just about survives it, 10 HP, and this is where Clax could do his work now. Looking to pop out of the vents. Timing is everything. Lawrence is watching it, but he gets his head taken off and make it two. Everyone else is low, and it's a demolition job. The bomb doesn't even go down. A 2v4.
Coldzera upgraded, that's all. Again, the outside smokes. This time no one pushes ahead of them. It obviously does mean they have very little info about what's actually going on, but they can call Finnegan to rotate down through vents, as you see, and They still have a pretty good setup with Z-Power also giving some assistance with the up towards outside. Should put the weapon there, I believe. Indeed.
Yep. Should be free at this point. Maybe give away AE kill to these Deagles at worst, but the rifle's just chipping away at the pieces. Nice and smooth. Zyphon last up. Very quickly put down. And that ramp and going down to support his teammate. Boost up the stair to give him the angle. Can't land the shot. Big kill to miss out on, but Clax will be drawn in. Bomb still deep outside of the hut here as they start to think about going back up, but X5 has dealt with the lurk. Both B players gone. And suddenly, again, if they stay alive an extra 10 seconds, this looks solid. Instead, it starts to look like a very one-dimensional offensive. Zapow gets the freebie. Finnegan chimes in, and well, X5 dancing on the ladder finds the finale. Chaos across the map. 3 players in towards the ramp. X5 playing a very passive hold on it, but it nets him a freebie. Trade at least found by Stair, but there is still bodies available here for the CT side. And, well, X5 thinking about another look at it. Stair missing the timing onto Finnegan could be everything as well. X5 does go down. And now this B site feels vulnerable. Finnegan does not know where Stair has got to, and that's going to open up his back here. Finnegan surely going to be found. Stair looks the wrong way as well, and this is now chaos. X of Power looks for the crosshair. Discipline finds the double, and Stair has no idea Finnegan is there whatsoever. That one's going to hurt. That is... Oh, that's the power with the trigger. Discipline gets it done. I don't know why I said crosshair discipline. My brain's coming out my ears just like you. They're going to try and up the pace here, but Finnegan with 2. Blinded, still able to find the double. Clacks in with a double of his own, and this surely is it. Stair, the last man up. A 1v4 on the Deagle to prevent K23 taking their map pick. The nades chiming in. That's tagged him as well. They know exactly where he is on 44 HP. Inside of that smoke. Gonna wait it out. This is not a fun place to be for Stair. Molotov behind him. He won't be too able to retreat. He's got to push forward. Has no choice, and Clax isn't going to give him one. Triple kill to finish it. A flying first map from K23, and we'll be back to...
You have K23 peeking up mid pretty aggressively. They're not going to find any info around there, unfortunately, but you do have Sprout not really fully dedicated to a position either. They're just split looking for picks and hoping they can really find an opening somewhere. And well, Lowen X has found his way in towards B. If he deals with his player on short, they should have the bomb site, and there you go. Has the range as well to take this second fight if necessary, or at the very least, just dissuade it from coming in so that the bomb can safely be planted.
This is a horrendous retake now for K23. They know there's presence on A. They're not actually entirely sure where this bomb has gone down yet. They're pushing out onto the A site, and Zyphon's taking him down on entry. Zapow finds 1 in response, but this round's done. This pistol will be going the way of Sprout, just looking for picks across the board. K23 not able to wrestle any kind of control of the situation in. Zapow finds at least 1 in the trade, but without a kill to do here. Top con smoke. And here comes the hit. The bomb working its way out of ramp. Zyphon out of Palace. Clax still completely unaware of what's about to hit him. X5 at least able to grab 1 in Palace. He'll back his man out of con as well. Clax with a couple inside of the site before he's traded. Has bought his team a lifeline. They're going to charge down these rifles, though. Stair on the Galil, keeping it alive in this 2-on-3. Bomb yet to be planted. Slacks looking to get it down. Reverse default, spammed out. But he will get this plant. So Power finally trades him down, and it's on to Stair. 1v3, make it 2. Clean headshot, knows where the second is, but the Galil just betrays him at the worst possible.
It's not too bad. I mean, I think they're lacking. They've only got the 1 kit on Z-Power, which could be a bit of an issue since he's the upper as well. Not necessarily going to be in the prime positions for recovering. As they're again just charging up short, this time taking the fight in towards Connector. X5 looked like he had a few chances maybe to win that one himself. Barely even gets any damage off and doesn't actually land it on Stair at all. Black now being pushed in from 3 different angles as well. Was screwed with a player on Tetris. Stair's going to cut off the rotation again on short, and Sprout are just been able to do anything, especially without the Kevlar.
They are starting to smell a rat, though, K23. They've got a read on this. Rotations will be here. Timing is everything. Clax has to hold, has to buy time, and he can't get anything done. Zapow blinded up behind triple. Grabs the first. He needs more where that came from, though, and Zyphon again very quickly there for the trade. Slacks with 1 more. Dean, this is just falling apart.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I'm not sure if it was ever really constructed, though.
Up con, but again, this CT defense is so split. Axe is going to have it all to do here. He lands the first, but now with his position known, he needs support of Finnegan on short. Refresh tapped away at Finnegan. Will find the second. Again, it's 2-on-2 as this bomb starts to work its way out towards the A site. Smart rotation from Klax as well. Works his way back out of CT through the jungle smoke, in fact, but Refresh once more has got his number. Nade onto the bomb should catch Refresh, though, and it will buy Finnegan a 1v1. First time in a long time he's had this kind of opportunity. Up against Zyphon. Headshot angle, but Zyphon nails it as he locked this. And it seems like he's aware that there was an AWP lying in wait somewhere. Launex gets the freebie, and now Klax, once again, asked to do the impossible. Can't land a single kill. Zyphon cleans him up. And, well, they've got to give it a go, K23. It's the last round of the half, but Launex is trying to make sure it ends swiftly. X5, last man up in the 1v5, deals with the first, taps away at Refresh through the block boxes, but can't quite find him. And Launex, meanwhile, he is really keen to make sure this round is over. Charging out of the ladder, wants to deny everything he can, and it's 13-2 as we head to the halftime. Sprout looking again.
Couple upgraded pistols at least. Both of those players working with Kevlar behind them as well. Actually, Klax also has a P250, so they've got ranged capability all around at the very least. They also seem to be probing the bomb site, which right now is stacked up pretty heavily. Refresh has basically just gifted the free initial fight against Klax, who wants to take the 1v1, and yeah, they're not really playing this together, unfortunately, which is just minimizing their chances.
Yeah, this is not a good look. Zapal wants a freebie though, and he will get it. Reishin, meanwhile, has found a headshot on that deagle over towards the A side. This is not done yet. Zapal, how much impact he can realistically have. 25 seconds on the clock. Starts to work his way out of the underpass. It has to be the A site at this point, just not enough time to go anywhere else. And there's multiple players waiting for him. Zyphon first up, clean headshot. Slacks his neck.
Weapons in their buy, rather. It looks like it may just be enough for them to put the nail in the coffin either way.
It's a nice opening pick. AWP removed from the equation. That big green gun that can get so much impact already lost. Zyphon spots out the A aggression as Launex again in towards mid. Just chips away at this. 3-on-5 now. Klax spotted as he transitions into the site itself. Headshot spotted as he tries to get into a position to get that bomb on site. X5 will at least find one here, and this is still doable now. Klax swinging into CT, grabs a second to level it out. Zyphon at least able to trade that one down. And as X5 is brought down low, it feels like the weight of the world is on Finnegan's shoulders with the bomb on his back. He looks to thread the needle, looks to escape. The steps will be heard, though. Refresh knows where X5 is headed and should now be able to call that that indeed is where Finnegan looks to go. It's job done, and will be Inferno will be our final battleground. And Sprout will be starting over on the CT side and charging down mid as they look to impose themselves, much like they did on Mirage. Early dinks exchange. Launex at least able to trade the opening one-on-one. But there's bodies all over the shop now for Sprout as Slacks continuing to aggress, gets nailed by Rajin, and the man advantage for K23, Dean.
Yeah, pretty solid one that's only going to be extended, apparently. Catching both the apartments and the mid-peak that came.
This last man's not a bad look whatsoever. Molotov into the new boxes. In fact, he's going to burn the utility to try and take Stare out of things. Taps the Molotov, trying to bait the crosshairs away, but the power's got him nailed. And that's a lovely start. K23 not looking to slow this one down either as they barrel into that B site. Unfortunately, the first rotator is Refresh with just the USP. His utility has to be stellar to get Star into any kind of position to do damage. The power doesn't know he's there, though. It gives away a freebie before the trade. Refresh now on an island. 8 HP on that USP surely goes down imminently, and indeed X5 will put him to bed. But with Slacks still here, half HP, a deagle still in the hands of Zyphon. This round is not done yet. X5 looking to bait them out, spotted as he looks to tap that bomb, spotted again as he looks to make the cross, and this could get awkward now. Zyphon remains trained on the angle, he won't bite. Now they start to swing it, now they start to set themselves. Finnegan still behind the new boxes, looks to swing on out and deals with Zyphon. Slacks now last up on that M4, 1v2, X5 low and Finnegan puts him down. Another round.
One M4, one AK in play here in this round. The flash though that's timed incredibly well. Finnegan not able to get the cover in either as he was slightly caught by it. Will at least trade back onto Steer, who was hoping that his teammates' fallback would work as a little bit of a lead, but he did not fall for it, although follow-up shots are landing anyway. Zyphon's gotten himself a kill towards middle. Klax pulls back one to open up the A bomb site, but Z-Power's in a rough position, caught in the open, taking damage. Actually deals out more than he takes in the end, though, and will manage to fall back. And now work his way back to B again with this bomb, just as Lowenex begins to rotate. The problem is, I was going to say, they know the bomb isn't coming back up mid yet because they have a player there. So no matter what, they weren't going to fully leave B open. They have a player back in the spawn watching it now. They've gotten the kill onto Clax. They're just going to onto D Power, who eventually will be caught charging up mid. So the more the merrier. And a very quick B rush is a change up in pace that we haven't really seen much from them. Unfortunately, that Molly's going to put the attack into packs of 2. Instead of being able to take these trade fights, I was going to say that it is going to be isolated, but a little bit of a swing from Styr, perhaps a bit premature, not allowing for a teammate in the back of the bomb site to work off of the crossfire. Instead, it'll be Zyphon to do so alongside the man in the back, and it's through the edge of the smoke as well that he takes 2.
Critical kills as well. The rotations were still only just flooding in, but Zyphon very good as well as Refresh continues to take info.
A little bit slow in the second rotation there of Slacks, but it doesn't look like it's going to be needed. There's already mowed down 2 of them, a turret over the top of the smoke and top of a dink on Z-Power, as he just completely dismantled the attack pretty much on his own. Lowenex, though, still needs to ensure he doesn't go down without getting anything, and well, suddenly we've got a 2-on-2 again. The problem is the health is minimal on both of these players, but it doesn't matter. The up-landing shots, it's all on Clax.
Just heard the banana player lands the first, and now this gets ugly. I don't think Slacks knows he's low HP. Orp on Orp here. Battle of the wits, and Clax has worked his way into CT. It's a nice plant for him. Slacks needs to clear everything, and he knows it. Clax has got the advantage, and the 1v2 is their grip. And you can't imagine this kind of a buy is going to force them to either. The first round of utility comes over the top, and the commitment looks to come in. Nice flashbang. Lowenex has to bail, but Styr is there to back his man up. 2 in quick succession as the power just strung out top banana with 30 seconds left. Nothing he can do. Looks for a flank that, well, just isn't coming yet. Flashes follow it up. Zapower hits the first with 20 seconds left, though he's put to bed. And Sprout go into the break with a lead. 9-6 from Rasian as he's caught in the apartments. And they're just going to go straight for this loop. They want to take the fight in towards B. They want to wrap it down through the smoke. Zapower gets 1, but he's lost his B support in trade. X5 has to drop the molly early. Has to buy time. Needs to wait for these smokes to fade. He's going to go for the peek off the back of it, and Slacks has no idea. Refresh gets caught for 3 as well, and this is falling apart. Zyphon with the lone kill in amongst a flurry of CT success, and now he's on his own. He taps the second, but no more. Going to boost. Zapower needs to get more out of this AK, and he knows it, waiting for the utility to drop in before he boosts over the top, and now he's got his sight line. Refresh the next to fall to the AK. 5-on-3. They have the sight, but at what cost? 3 AKs to hold off against a charge of pistols. Zyphon's nervous. He doesn't want to put that bomb down yet. Slacks will at least deal with 1 to start the recovery. AK going to boost up again in towards CT as they tap the bomb. Launch deals with it well. Zyphon finds another, and now this is falling apart. Zapower on 8 HP will recover his AK once more as he looks for more damage. Clax trying to be a distraction on the flank, but he could do nothing but fall. The bomb to be planted, and Zapower, well, 8 HP is not going to be enough. Not that it matters.
Would have been better, though, and even further damage onto Finnegan doesn't really give them much of an advantage to hold on to anymore. He's barely alive.
This starts to get ugly. Zapower is going to be the real linchpin of this A-site hold as they work their way up. Clax is gone. Zapower just hiding inside of this site, hoping to buy time. Precious seconds for that rotation. He needs the support, but Launch is cutting it dry. Zyphon finds 1 more. Lowenex getting it done.
To be honest, but as you said, overall, they're just scraping it together. A little bit of a variety of weapons. 2 FAMASs in there. Well, the Scout, which can certainly do damage in the hands of Z-Power, did spot the head and the underpass, and unfortunately that's taken his attention for quite a while as they lose a player in towards Banana. In the mean, they just line up for a refresh. Clax is a position to likely get 1 kill here, but he would have needed more from it. Unfortunately, he is kind of forced at that point to just make the play happen, which will give him an AK, but he's not going to get it into a useful position, sadly. It's all on X5. They'll be moving towards him, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference as long as the trade is ready and it's not even needed. There it is in the end. Sprout